Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of an ink review. Today we are looking at a purple ink from Octopus Fluids, Madusa. Thanks go out to Gary and Kathy Scott for providing the sample for this review. Here is our ink of the day. I did this with a fine nib, an extra fine nib. I am now realizing that I should have probably done this with a broader nib, but I haven't used this pen in a while. Today's pen is the Erin 401. It's got a rainbow nib. It's extra fine. It's really nice, smooth writing, extra fine nib, which is fairly rare for extra fine nibs, and it's a Lamy style nib, so I kind of did my best. I tried to do my best. The time is 1 p.m. Okay, here is our ink swatch. We can definitely see that there's some heavy green sheen going on. Water resistance test shows it does have a bit of water resistance. I might consider using this on the outside of an envelope. Here's our toilet paper chromatography. All I see is purple. Purple, maybe a little bit of magenta in there. But I really don't see any funny colors coming out. These are just dense blobs of purple. So then okay. So let's do just a little writing sample. This is Octopus Fluids. Oops, ran out of ink right there. So, I've had a fiber in my nib. Yeah, had a little fiber in my nib. Anytime you ever get a fiber in your nib, get yourself one of these, especially for an extra fine nib, and give it just a little bit of a flossing action. My hand is so shaky right now from being sick. I got a good one that time. All right. Once in a great while, the nib will come apart. The nib will come apart just a little bit. So we gotta smack it into place. Gently, of course. Let's see. If you are interested in a nice smooth nib, these Urin 401 nibs are really fine, really extra fine. But like they'd be doing great for doing like Spencerian. Or cursive. So definitely check them out. Hello Vermilion Tea. Hello Obs. How are you doing today? Little sample. There you go. Making a mess. Throw that away. I can't tell if I'm getting better or getting worse. So I'm gonna give it the weekend and we will see how things go. If I'm still not better by Monday, I'm gonna go see the doctor. I mean, according to my ears, my lungs sound clear, so I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's do some paper review, shall we? Okay, where are we? All right. This is the Pen and Gear Memo book from Walmart.com. There's no feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is a lightweight traveler's notebook paper. Look at that beautiful sheen. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding right there. A little bit of ghosting. This is a very extra fine nib, so had no trouble grabbing the page, which was nice. Beautiful sheen. No feathering. No bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. This is Moleskin 70 GSM. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. So it just goes to show you that no matter how fine of a nib you have, that the Moleskin 70 GSM is going to bleed through. So it's not good. Alright, this is Field Notes Journal. It's got a couple little feathers in there. Hi Rockridge, how are you doing today? A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. Beautiful sheen, no real feathering. I'm gonna sneeze. Try and find the button. Oh, I'm glad I got a hold of my napkin. That would have been sticky. Alright, this is Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. A little bit of sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. Tomorrow I do laundry. So we shall see. Colt Pens 120 GSM notebook paper. It's got a little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Pelican Hub. Beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. My nose needs to be... Sorry about that. Alright. Here is the Idea Notebook 80 GSM. Barely any feathering. I don't see any sheen. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is 68 GSM Tomoe River. Look at that beautiful sheen. Ooh, I love the sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oops, a little bit of ghosting. Alright, this is Midori MD paper. Again, with the beautiful sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Cosmo Air Light, 75 GSM. A little bit of sheen, no feathering. Ooh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Too bad. This is Office Depot Office Max notebook paper. A little bit of feathering, bleeding and ghosting. Put some of my notebooks on upside down today. JOt notebook paper. Minimal amount of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the JOt Journal from the Dollar Tree. Let's get a little bit of sheen on there. No real feathering. One little tiny bit of bleed through, no ghosting. I'm out for a pint, and some journal time. Oh, nice. This is Marmon mnemosyne 80 GSM dot grid. No real feathering. No real bleed through, just a little bit of ghosting. Excuse me. Okay. This is black and red Oxford Optic paper. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Yeah. This is sostrene grenes. Handelskompagnie. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Clairefontaine 90 GSM. Don't see any sheen. Tiny bit of feathering. No bleeding. A little bit of ghosting though. Tiny hint of ghosting. This is Ayush 100 GSM notebook paper. Beautiful sheen. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I like this Ayush paper. Good stuff. Exceed 100 GSM notebook paper from Walmart.com. Looks like it's trying to spread. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. So it just goes to show you that no matter what the GSM paper, these are two 100 GSM papers, but the Ayush does well better than the Exceed. Okay, this is Artrin Olive 160 GSM notebook paper. Ooh, there's a little bit of sheen in there. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. New Eco. It's got a little bit of wiggle in there. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is the Premier Premium Journal from the 99-cent store. Ooh, there's a little bit of sheen in there. No real feathering. Oh, a little bit of bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. Pen and Gear Polycomposition book from Walmart.com. Feather like a chicken. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Oh, my skin. I need to scrub it with a brush. Up and Up Wide World Composition book from Target.com. Minimal amount of feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. True Red Composition book from Staples.com. I'm sorry, yeah. True Red from Staples. No sheen. Minimal amount of feathering. Bled through the page. One of my microbes is biting. Alright, Apica 81.4 GSM notebook paper. A little bit of sheen in there. Okay. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. Milky color paper from Daiso. Oi. Feather like a chicken, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is the Nanami 7Cs 68 GSM Tomoe River. Beautiful sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is View Corona 52 GSM. A little bit of sheen in there. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Kukoyo Thin Paper 52 GSM. A little bit of sheen, no feathering. Oi! Bled right through the page. This is Smoky Colored Paper from Daiso. Ooh, there's even a little bit of sheen in there. That's interesting. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. Beautiful sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Oxford notebook paper. A little bit of sheen. Ooh, a lot of bit of sheen. No feathering. Ooh, bleeding and ghosting. Okay, I need to turn my fan off because it's driving me crazy. I don't know what I'm doing with my clicker though. Where is my clicker? I moved you in here for some reason. I did. Oh, that's the opposite of what I wanted. Okay. Found the clicker. It's actually a pretty nice day out. 75. Mead. 5-star notebook paper. Feathered like a chicken. Bleeding and ghosting. This is the Pen and Gear heavyweight notebook paper. Beautiful sheen, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. It's got a little bit of feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting though. The JNB Copperplate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Pretty dark looking, no feathering, a little bit of ghosting. Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. I smudged it before really bad. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. Feathered like a chicken. bled through the page. And vintage mead. Ooh, it's got some sheen in there. No feathering. Minimal amount of bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. Okay. Let's take a look at some comparison panel. Still haven't been to the post office. Does everybody here know about spoon theory? You give yourself 5 spoons. Oh my god, I look jaundiced. You give yourself. That doesn't make it look any better. There, that's better. There, you give yourself 5 spoons a day. So the first one is when you get up in the morning. That's a spoon. That's like a giant chug to get up and get dressed. And then you need a spoon to like do your main daily activity. Sometimes that's going shopping. Sometimes that's doing the laundry. Sometimes it's folding the laundry. And then you need another spoon to cook dinner. And then you need another spoon to take a shower. And then you need like a spare spoon or 2 just in case you need like to use your spoons. And some days you only wake up with 3 spoons. Well, today I only woke up with like 3 spoons. So today I've already like gone down to the post. I've gone down to the post box to get mail. That was pretty challenging to get up and down the stairs because I'm feeling really weak right now. And then doing this, and then later I'm going to take a shower. Tomorrow I have to do laundry. I'm hoping to wake up with 5 spoons. Because if I don't, it's going to be an extra educational experience. Normally I would just take a Monster, but I don't have any Monster. I need to go shopping too. Because I am almost out of sugar. I think I've got maybe 1 more cup of coffee before I have to go buy more sugar. Alright, let's take a look here. We have Octopus fluids. Bump up the lights just a little bit. Alright, this is Octopus Fluids Madusa next to. This one's kind of close. Too dark. This one's a little dark. Barrel berries, too blue, too blue, too dark, too dark. Some of these are just really dark. Now we're getting into the red department, too red. Oh, Noodler's Violet's kind of close. Mont Blanc Lavender Purple is kind of close. Diamond Amazing Amethyst is kind of close. No, no. No, no, no. This Freedom of the Starry Sky looks kind of close. Razor Glass is too dark. Date Gokoro's kind of close. It even has a little bit of sheen in there. Too bright. Pilot Mixable Violet's kind of close. Imperial Purple's kind of close. Now we're just off on a tangent. I need to do that one while I still have the ink. I keep pulling that ink out, putting it away, pulling it out, putting it away. Amethyst Dillarelle is slightly darker and it's got shimmer. Mambaro's hat's kind of close. Actually, this Diamond Phillips a little darker, but kind of close. Too light. Ice and Galisalix is kind of... No, never mind. This Krishna Golden Summer Blue is blue, but it has kind of that same sheen. Diamond Mystique is kind of close too. Okay, well, that's all of the purples that I got. What did you guys think about today's ink? Do you guys have this ink? Are you thinking thoughts about buying this ink? Let me know in the comment section below. That's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the doobly-doo, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Okay, love you, bye. Have a great day.